Hi guys, another YouTube video on peppers. So I just want to show you the difference between the hydroponically grown peppers and then ones grown in soil. So over here is my system. I did show it in my last video, but this is a 6-pot system. As you can see, the peppers are pretty healthy and they're still perfectly green, and they've got all the leaves. Even though aphids have tried to kill them countless times, they're still fine. I have put actually some predator stink bugs on here, which I've been able to find in the garden. I'll make another video on that. Quite interesting about where you can get your own predator stink bugs. And I actually didn't know that you got such a thing. I actually used to kill most of the stink bugs, so I learned how to identify predator as opposed to plant eating stink bugs. But anyway, we'll chat about that next time. So this is the system. You can see in here the roots are very healthy, and then it just has a pump that circulates the water in there. And all I'm using for as a substitute for soil is just normal grey stones. Actually, a lot of people buy hydroponic pellets, but they're quite expensive and they're unnecessary, because you just basically need something that's sterile and also is able to anchor your plants so that they stand up nicely. So I just use these grey pebbles. They don't put anything into the water, and they've worked very well for me so far. So we'll compare this now to some other ones. These are soil grown. I've now just cut them back because they were also ravaged by aphids. But if you see these pods, you can see they're not that uniform, and I suppose it's mainly because of being charred by aphids, but that's also because they may have gone through times when they didn't have enough water or oxygen at the roots, so conditions weren't always optimal, and then that lowers the defense of your plants. So then your plants kind of struggle, and they don't have the ability to fight off insects or just power through being charred by insects. So let me show you. Now I'll just show you the difference between the pods. So over here we have 2 sets of pods. Over here we have the hydroponically grown pods. You can see it's really large, very nice and shiny surface, really nice Reaper. This is a Carolina Reaper pepper, by the way. These will kill you if you eat them. Well, they kill me. Some people are crazy enough to eat them, but not me. Anyway, so that's the hydroponically grown one, and then this is the soil grown. You can see most of these, they're not bad, but they're not amazing like the hydroponically grown peppers. They're a lot smaller and less uniform shape. Some are right size, but just you get such a better grow with hydroponics. I mean, look at these, they're shiny, they're large pods, they're just really nice. So any plants really, if you grow them hydroponically, it just does a better job, because you're giving them optimal oxygen on the roots where it needs it. There's no anaerobic environment, because you don't have any rotting material, because you're using a clean nutrient solution. And like me, I use rainwater, just catch it in a tank. And also your nutrient levels are perfect, because you can read that with you get a ppm meter that just tells you how much nutrient is in the water. And then all your levels are 100%. Whereas with soil, you might go through like dry periods where your roots can't take in any more water because there's none at the roots at that time, and then they're not in an optimal growing environment. whereas in your hydroponic system everything is balanced and everything is perfect all the time, as long as you keep it in check. Like my system, I check maybe every week or every 2 weeks, and I've never had a problem. Whereas with the soil grows, you've got to, if it rains too much, then your leaves start falling off because there's no nutrients available because it's been washed out, or there's too much water on your roots, and your leaves also go yellow. Or if, okay, drying out is a bit less of a problem with chilies, but still you create an environment which is not optimal at that time, and then you get less produce, less fruiting, less healthy leaf growth. And then if you've also got problems with any insects, then your chilies are going to really suffer. So I hope I've been able to show something that is helpful to you in this video, and please join me next time for another one. As I said, I'll probably make one on some predatory stink bugs that you can use on your plants. There's a lot of other animals you can use, like collecting ladybugs, and also praying mantis. They're pretty good, but there's a lot of insects like the predatory stink bugs, which I didn't know about before, and they are also very good at eating your aphids and keeping down the pest levels. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time.